Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we're here to teach you how to master every slashing move in NBA2K21. You can see we busted out the controller cam right here. We got Xbox and PlayStation for those who are going to have either of the consoles. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all that good stuff. Let's try these 1 to 1K likes in the first 24 hours. So first off, for all the hands-on learners out there, they're going to want to have the exact same dribble moves and dunks and layups as me. This is what you're going to be working with. LeBron James dribble style is a very important thing as far as all this stuff goes, but really most of the moving animations, like the moving crossovers, behind the back, spin, hezzy, not too important. You're going to see I use a lot of LT hezzies as well. The only dribble moves you're really going to need as far as this video goes is going to be the basic size up package normal 4, and then size up escape package normal 1, and then like I said, put on the LeBron James dribble style for sure. And then for those who want to copy the dunk packages, we got them all right here. I'll go ahead and show you guys everything that I have. Pretty much the way I see it is, the more dunk packages you have equipped, the better. It's going to trigger more animations and give you less layups, more dunks. That's really just how I see it. And normally, I try to stay away from the flashy dunks a little bit, but since Showtime is such an impactful badge this year, the more flashy dunks, the better in most situations as well. And if you want to get real specific and just make sure that you're not going to do a flashy dunk, you can always just hold up on the right stick. Alright, so I've got 10 different slashing moves that we're going to display throughout the course of this video. We're going to do them all live comm, all live on the controller cam. You can see all types of dribble moves and stuff that we're doing to lead up to them as well. So to start things off, we're going to do the hop step ball hand dunk. There's two different ways of performing this move. I'm going to do it the way that I do it, which is going to be to move my left stick toward the ball hand and then tap X and then hold X again. So pretty much, just to explain things, you're going to tap X once to start the hop step animation and then hold it again to actually dunk the ball. Now, if I were to just tap it once and not do anything, I'm just going to straight up, just not go up with the dunk. And for all the beginners out there, that's why I'm explaining this. But anyway, to do this to the offhand, you're going to go ahead and just move the left stick, and it gives you this Jamal Crawford package right here that is strictly only for that layup package. So the other way of performing the ball hand hop dunk is going to be to just use your right stick, point it down diagonally toward the ball hand, just like that. There's no tapping X and then holding X to actually dunk the ball. No complications like that for anybody who just doesn't want to think too much. But again, I like to use the X button. I don't know why, it's just my preference, but if you're out there and you want to just simplify things for yourself, right stick is much easier. So next we have the hop step offhand dunk. So I was explaining this earlier with the Jamal Crawford package. You can do the double between the legs that I was showing earlier, or you can do it a little bit closer to the hoop and it'll give you a regular offhand hop dunk that you're more used to probably with Long Athlete from last year if you played 2K20. But either way, two different ways of doing this. You're going to see number one is to do it from a little further out, and again I'm going to point my left stick toward the offhand instead of the ball hand on that one, and I'm just going to do it again just for those to see how it actually works. So this is more based on the depth of where you're doing it. You're going to do it around the free throw line. That's when you're going to tap the X. Now if you want to do this other animation, it's a little bit closer to the hoop and you can see it's a more normal hop offhand. In all honesty, the Jamal Crawford package where it's the double between the legs is more so for flashiness. It's not actually effective because it's a little bit slower. Fancy footwork's not really going to work on it too well because even if you stun your opponent, it doesn't matter. The animation takes so long to actually work. So it doesn't even matter if you do stun your opponent. He's still going to be able to recover and go for an easy block whenever you're in that situation. I would say the Crawford package is, again, more for flashiness, but also more for people who are more of like the PLAYSHARPs or pure playmakers out there who probably have somebody playing you a little bit higher and you can have them on your hip instead of trying to jump right into somebody on these hops and try and just dunk on people with the Jamal Crawford package. Would make no sense to use. So now we're going to transition into the spin dunks. Now this is going to be a little bit complicated for those who haven't done this before, but hopefully I can guide you along. Watch the controller cam to explain what I'm going to do on this. Pretty much I'm going to move my left stick in this direction at all times as I drive toward the left, and then my right stick is going to go from about 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so like around here to here, but I'm gonna hold it in that direction. So you guys are gonna watch it happen. It's gonna be as simple as this. I'm gonna move to the left. Again, we're holding it in that direction, and then I pretty much just follow through and hold up on my right stick the entire time of doing that. Now the reason I'm holding up on the right stick is because I have shot aiming on, and whenever you get in a situation where I'll just try to make it happen in the first place, I'm just gonna let go. You're gonna have that end up happening sometimes where you're not gonna be able to get the dunk animation. Now that's why I recommend equipping as many dunk packages as possible, because it's gonna give you more animations available to actually dunk the ball. And especially toward this ball hand one right here, you're going to get a lot more layups. And to explain how to do that one full speed, pretty much you're going to start at 3 o'clock, end at 12 o'clock when you're doing it toward this right side. It's going to be about as simple as that. Like I was saying though, you're going to get a lot of layups out of this one. This half spin, it's more for flash, just like the Jamal Crawford packages. This animation right here where you're actually doing the full spin dunk, definitely get way more dunk packages off of this one, and it's a lot more useful and a little bit more comp. For those who have builds that can shoot, this is going to be absolutely nasty because people are going to follow you out to this area because they're going to think you're going for the mid-range off dribble, and just like that, now you're going completely around them. It's a ridiculous animation, man. But like I said, for those who don't have many dunk packages, make sure you're holding up on the right stick to follow through and finish all these animations, because you're going to get very rare dunk animations if you have around 65 dunk rating when you're doing moves like this. So likely you're going to end in the layups a lot more often like that. So when you're holding up on the right stick, you're going to follow through and finish those a whole lot better. All right, and then real quick, I do want to finalize my thoughts on the half spin. So again, this is going to be a little bit harder of an animation to pull off for the dunks. You can see I did it even super close to the basket and still didn't pull it off. But I have this one crazy clip where I was able to do this from super far away. Okay, so it was pretty much like that, right? Pretty much. It's a very inconsistent animation. I don't recommend to do this all the time, but it's super cool when you do it properly. And then we got, you know, the full spin from there. Now that right there is why I say to hold your right stick all the way up when you follow through on those spin dunks, because you can see you are going to airball if you have your shot aiming on. It's awful, man. So again, I let go of the right trigger right there just to show you guys what the layup looks like. Hold the right trigger all the way through when you're doing these spin dunks though, because that's how you dunk the ball. If you let go of the right trigger like this right here, you're not going to get the dunk animation. And last thing I want to say about these spin dunks, it's very left stick movement dependent. So pretty much like you see this, what I'm talking about right here. You're going to want to make sure when you do these full spins that you're moving your left stick toward the corner all times. You can see I don't even let go of it, right? Like you can literally do that the whole way through. And I'm going to go super deep to the corner just to go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So left stick, moving toward the corner at all times. Literally don't even let go of it. It can stay there as long as you want. And then as far as the half spin goes, same thing applies. You're going to go ahead and just make sure that's moving to the right. And honestly, again, I really do not advocate for this animation to be done at all times. It is strictly for flashiness. So now we've got the actual spin dunk that you're going to double tap your X button to perform. This move was killer in 2K17. I love this on my athletic finisher. It was crazy. But this is more so for attacking people straight to the hoop. It's pretty much just going to be to spin off of them. Hopefully you're going to be able to slide past them. What I used this move for was pretty much whenever I drove. And again, I want to explain, I haven't used this move a lot since 2K17 just because of how slashing in 18 and 19 was really awful, and then in 20 it was really just hop step oriented. So it's been a long time since the spin dunks have been pretty valid. But anyway, pretty much say you're attacking the hoop and you're going for the contact dunk, but he comes out further to actually body you up closer to the free throw line. You're going to go ahead and use that move to just kind of shrug him off. Now, the main reason I say this move is not the most useful thing to do is because hop steps apply the same way. Pretty much if somebody ever tries to body you up toward the free throw line, like around right here, you're going to try and just hop toward him whichever side is more open, the ball hand or the offhand. But if you want to get flashy and use more different moves, the reason I say all this stuff really kind of sucks is because 2K hasn't really made post scoring and slashing have to do the right move in the right situation. It used to be that exact same thing I was talking about, where if somebody were to body me up toward the free throw line, I could go ahead and just use this move right here and slide past him. But it's just bad animations anymore. And the real downside to this animation right here with the spin dunk is that I feel like you don't get many dunk packages out of it, like you can see right there. I mean, I'm trying everything as far as holding up on my right stick instead of the X. I still try holding the X as well. Just typically you don't get many dunk packages out of that. If you get something like that, it's pretty rare. And I feel like the speed of the spin is just not what it used to be in comparison to 2K17. The spin dunks have been so much better in years past, but the thing that we have to kind of, you know, make that less relevant is the spin dunks, like these things right here. I mean, this was never a thing in 2K17. So the last somewhat complicated thing I'm going to show you guys right here is going to be the ball hand euro. So this is going to be actually super flashy for your game as well. It is something that you've probably never seen before. And honestly, I've never seen a YouTube video or anything of it in a mixtape or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and show you right here. So pretty much you're going to do what I showed you before with the Euro step, but you're going to do it to the complete opposite side. So you're going to hold it toward the right. You're going to see that move right there. We'll try and do it again so you can actually get a dunk out of it. But it's pretty interesting as far as like how it manipulates the defense. I've seen a contact dunk out of this before, but again, not something you're going to use too often with the rarity that it's actually going to work toward your like what you want it to do. So then to close out this video, a quick little shout out to the Jamal Crawford floater package. You can actually control the aiming with this with the shot stick if you still have the aiming on. And for anybody out there who has a slasher like mine where you upgraded your post hook, this is a little bit relevant for you because by nature you're gonna want that post, like you're gonna want the shot aiming on your right stick for the post hook aiming and stuff like that, right? But anyway, again, the floaters are actually a little bit nice in this package. You can see there's a couple different animations, and right there I got a slightly left and it still airballs. This is why floaters are a little bit tough in this game. They're so inconsistent, but if you do it down the middle, you're generally gonna get the same animation every time. The times that you're going to do the floaters, it more applies to the people who don't have contact dunks, because every time you're going to do a floater, it's typically going to be when you think a contact dunk is something that you should do. Typically the defender's going to be right below the basket. You're going to think contact dunk, when people who don't have contact dunks would float the ball over their head instead of trying to dunk over their head. So that's about it for the video, but before we close this video out, I want to show you guys how I get these crazy speed boost animations with speed boost glitch, right? So you're going to see I'm moving my left stick a little bit early before I start sprinting, so you're going to wait for the movement to start and then start sprinting, and you can see it gives you that crazy speed boost glitch that I'm using with the LT hezzy right there. So this applies to all different types of dribble moves, but the best thing that you're going to do with this is flick up on the right stick and move toward the offhand or the ball hand. So showing you the offhand first, you can see crazy speed boost that you get out of this, and then we're going to do it again toward the left. Pretty much like I was saying, you just wait to sprint just a little bit and keep moving in that direction, and just sprint once you've already moved there for like half a second or so. So here's the ball hand right here. You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to pull off this one, and then we'll go ahead and show you guys what the escape package looks like. You can do this toward the offhand or the ball hand. The longer that you have to wait pretty much depends on what animation that you do, but anyway, that's all for the vid. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try this 1 to 1K likes in the first 24 hours. And if you made it to the end of this video, put slasher in the comments to show your support you made all the way through. Hope y'all enjoyed the controller cam too. It's not too hard to set that stuff up. So if it helps you guys out a lot for the minimal effort that it is for me, I think that's definitely a win-win. Anyway, that's all for the vid. Hope y'all enjoyed. And that, take it easy, man. Peace.